Well, I'm here right now on the Golden Guardians move-in day to talk to Matt, formerly of Team Liquid, now of Golden Guardians. All right, so what happened during the offseason? How'd you end up here? What are your thoughts? Give me the whole story.
All right, I'll get right into it. I was planning on playing with Liquid for the majority of the offseason. I think there was a lot of late roster shakeups. So, Team Liquid was able to get a better team, including support. So I just sort of had to find another team. I think the offer that I got from Golden Guardians was, really good. I loved all the people that were already in talks of joining the roster. And I think after hearing the sort of pep talk I got from Kirk Lacob, it was just amazing. I think the vision that Golden Guardians have really fits with my sort of player vision that I can see for myself, like where I see my career going. And just based off that, I feel like I can really fit in. I'm really this can be my home.
Talk to me about this conversation with Kirk. For those that don't know, he's the son of the owner of Golden State Warriors. And so you had a conversation with him?
Yeah. So I was just, he's actually really friendly, really open. Honestly, I didn't know him too well before I started, with the talks with Golden Guardians. And, he just gave me his cell phone number, gave me his Skype. He emailed me. He was just trying to reach out to me. He was just very open about how he's looking for these young or just really, I'd say well-adjusted, for lack of a better term, players. And, he seemed like a really good guy to sort of talk about these things with. I don't think I'd ever have this kind of conversation I had with Kirk with any other sort of owners in the league right now. So, who he is, I think you already explained enough. He's just the GM for Golden State Warriors. I honestly only started looking up info on him after the fact that I started talking with him. But he looks like a really solid GM, and he looks like a really solid person to be working with. So I'm really happy to be here.
Very, very cool. So what is it like for you to have this lineup? There's at least one familiar face to you joining the roster, but what do you think of this lineup and what it can do? Because I will say, as it got announced, especially following the big Team Liquid, TSM, all those roster announcements, I think even just some of the speculation from some of the early articles, people are a little nervous about the lineup, especially because there's no import. So what would you sort of say to those doubters?
Well, I think as the sort of vision that we have, our philosophy, it's a big focus that we took only NA players. And, for me, I think a lot of the problems I had, individually for the past splits has been, any sort of personal, mental health issues, directly relating to my play. So I think fixing those is going to be the key to sort of rebounding in my career. And so individually, I've been making a lot of changes. I've been doing a lot of changes with my diet, exercise. I think having the right mindset heading into the day, every day I'm just trying to just get better. So I think with that individual mindset, I can really sort of started to improve in my career, start to get better, start to be the support that I really wanted to be ever since, I started playing my rookie. And I feel like my story is similar to what we have as a vision as a team. We're trying to build up strong NA domestic players and build a strong roster off that. Not import strong players, not pay a lot of money for the people who are already, good. I want to build a legacy with Golden Guardians, just like I'm trying to build a legacy for myself. I'm just trying to get better every day.
Now, it wasn't too long ago that I considered you to be a rookie and new player in the LCS, and now contracts walking by being super loud. No, I'm just kidding. It's so it wasn't too long ago that you were a rookie in the NALCS. Now you'll be landing with a immediate rookie and Deftly, who came from Scouting Grounds a year ago and then has been a challenger scene recently. So what are your expectations there? Are you going to be trying to mentor him? Is it more like you guys growing together? What's your take on going into lane with Deftly for next year?
Well, I think I'm not a stranger to playing with rookies. I've played with a few, including some veterans. So, being sort of, I do want to have the sort of presence or the, veterans he's showing. So I will be trying to, take ownership of the lane, try and, with guidance from Locodoco to, just bring out the best in me and in Deftly. So I won't be scared at all how we'll do. I think we'll definitely hold our own on stage, and we'll be really excited to show what we got.
Are you concerned about the fact that both of your names are Matt?
Honestly, I don't think we've even sorted out like what we're going to call each other. I think I'm going to have to take Matt since my summoner name is Matt, so that would be confusing if I was called anything else. But for Deathly, it's either Deathly or Matthew or yeah, we're going to find out something.
What if his Matt only has one T in it?
I mean, that would be good if we were typing to each other, but
That's not going to work for you. Okay. So it'll be interesting. I think this is the first time we've ever seen a bot lane where both the players have the same name. Finally, since it is the Golden Guardians move-in day, and that's what we're here for, what do you think of the place? I mean, I know that it's still kind of getting filled in and stuff's getting set up, but what's the experience for you of being here in the house, seeing the rest of your teammates here, knowing that this is at least the next year of your life?
yeah, I mean, just the house itself, I think this place is amazing. I think this is the best place I've ever stayed at as a player. In terms of my team, I'm really excited to work with all of them. Like, we've already just been, chilling out, vibing together. I think everybody is excited. I don't think anybody is not excited for next year.
Very, very good. Anything to say to the fans?
I think for any of my personal fans, I think, it's amazing that there's even people following me after all these years. I think I've been here for a while now, and I haven't really been able to show any results, been able to show anything. So I'm very grateful for anyone who's actually following me individually, especially from people coming from Team Liquid. I think this is going to be a really solid restart for my career. I think branding-wise, I think I've not been held too highly by the community, and I think I can really make a restart.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Looking forward to seeing what next year looks like for you and Matt in the bot line. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. You might not know this, but Doublelift actually still charges me for every interview that I do with him $5,000. When I was working at a major media company, this wasn't an issue, but it is now. So if you want to help me out with this, you can run over to travisgafford.com/support.